Alright, let's get back into the swing of things. I got interrupted, so now I have to re-record this whole fucking thing. This is incredibly overpowering sweet scent. It's killing my fucking nostrils. Okay, bad. Is this it? Isn't that Detective Bad and Kay over there? Looks like she managed to escape the bailiff. Yeah, he's dead in the trash can. No, that's not quite it. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck you're searching for. I think you're a bit too young to be like that. But since you found it, I guess I could let you keep it. Thanks, I'll treasure it always. It seems those two to get along really well. By the way, I'm recording on a different thing, but this. So now I can see the text, but the problem is I have to do it in one go because it doesn't let me stop and like re-record stuff. So yeah, that's the problem. I don't know. I might actually just have to go back to iMovie. Oh god, Faraday would be sad if he saw you crying. God, I was so close to being done too. Fuck. That pisses me off. You think it would be a good idea to go home for the time being? You're not involved in the investigation, so it's best for the best if you do. Hey, we're both doing the arms cross pose from Papa. Is that so, Detective Bad? Yeah, I guess. What? You were just scolding us as kids to not mess up the crime scene. Now you let this child run free? Why? People are free to investigate things outside of the actual crime scene. You also had a few things you wanted to look into. You got a problem with that? I don't have a problem with that, but I am curious as to what Miss Yu is looking into. Uncle Bay, I'm going to look somewhere else now, okay? Alright. I'm gone on you. On the turn. Hey, mister! Yes, what is it? You're not giving me really as the bad guy, I mean it. Did I mention this last episode? I already forgot. But I finally... Like the Ace Attorney Riki says Kay's hair resembles the Yatagarasu's claw. But yeah, I didn't quite notice it until recently. So there you go. Alright, time to come closer to him and talk to him. Nothing that concerns you, boy. Oh, and I suppose that has something to do with Kay. Yeah, because she's just looking for stuff like a kid. Anyway, hurry up and get to the point. I'll pull out my mirror again. Don't have time to waste. It sounds like he'd rather be left alone. Now you notice? Come on, he always wants to be left alone, especially by you two. I don't have anything to say to you. Be that as it may, we still have questions that we need answers to. Now then, first of all, what is that overpowering smell that's permeating this room? It's killed my senses. It's killed my olfactory senses. It's the ultrasonic perfume you wear. She spilled some of it. It's killed my olfactory senses too. I think twice and opened the window. That smell's still here. Perfume, huh? Nasty. Well, it goes with this. Fuck! It's giving off quite a stench. I bet it's some cheap no-name brand. She said it's a famous brand from overseas. It's a knockoff. Yes, definitely a knockoff. No disrespect, but she force-fighted those bottles on me. Here, little girl. You can have it. I guess. I was born for a much more expensive and refined perfume. Seeing as you just happen to have a spare, I suppose I'll take it. Miles, just put this on. Right now. Why can't she ever be honest about her wants? Spoiled kid. Even though I'm kind of spoiled, too. A very important clue that we just received. Sounds so annoying just to talk to anybody. You're just like me, for real. Like I said, I made a call to the precinct to get that big lug down here. I wish I was more specific, but whatever. At least your story's consistent. Earlier, you stated that you were in this lobby with Miss Yu. Yeah, I ran into her in the hallway. She said she wanted to talk to me about something, so we came in here. She just scolded me and then slapped me, that's it. You and Miss Yu were in 2 different locations. Guess I am. Interesting. Speaking of that lawyer, she seems to have a great dislike for you. Oof! Oof is such a funny hurt noise or whatever, because it's associated with Minecraft's old oof sound and Roblox's oof sound. Also know that today's trial involving the Cadobian embassy staff member is being referred to as the second KG8 incident. Now then, Detective, I believe it's time you were honest with me and told me the truth behind your relationship with Miss Yu and Mr. Faraday and the KG8 incident. If you already know that much, I guess it'd be alright to tell you. Oh, cool. Alright, KG8. Wasn't there 2 options before? What if you chose the second one first? It's not exactly App Store. Oh, I guess it would just complete that option. And then when you do the first option, it turns into the KG8 instead. Got it. Honest truth behind the KG8 instead. I'm pulling out my lollipop for this. As you already know, we 3 were involved with the KG8 incident. I swear, man. Yeah. I probably already said this before, but man, Ace Attorney is obsessed with past cases with that's related to the current case. Which games don't have one? Justice for All, Trials and Tribulations technically didn't have one, right? Yeah, it didn't have one. Okay, no. Trials and Tribulations had past cases, that were important to the story, but not one that was labeled like KG8 or DL6 or something like that. Apollo Justice, no. I mean, Phoenix Wright's case is kind of important. I mean, kind of is literally the plot, but no, not one of these, like KG8 or something. Dual Destinies had one. And Spirit of Justice, technically no. Actually, what the fuck am I talking about? Because I'm just talking about past cases, right? So yeah, pretty much every game's had one, except Justice for All. Like a case that was important to the story. I don't know why I made up the argument that it had to have the classification number. I don't know why I said that. That's just dumb. But the reason I continue to wear the jacket is to remind myself of the lessons I learned from the KG8 incident. I mean, I'm pissed off that I have to re-record this commentary, but it's a little better than last time. Because last time I was mostly just reading the text. That's when she came to the courtroom, the victim's sister. That's when I first met Callisto Yu. Good thing her name starts with a C, also like her sister. It's on the day of the verdict of the KG8 was handed out, was it not? Yes, Faraday and I, we apologize to her from the bottom of our hearts. That's all we could do. But just saying you're sorry won't bring my sister back, she said, in that voice. She gave a hard slap across the face. Well, she had a lot of self-control to stop at just a if it was me, not even 100 lashes would have punished me enough. Fast forward to 7 years later, or 8 years later, rather. It gives Phoenix Wright a million lashes, and then he goes unconscious. I plugged in my phone here because I was running out of battery. I continued to undone the smuggling ring and got involved in a variety of cases. But it was no use. We cracked so many different cases, but the result was always the same. We couldn't find the real mastermind behind the ring. Is the ring really that big? It was in the pursuit of the ring that we met you once again. It was during another trial related to the smuggling ring. Faraday was the prosecutor, and I as the lead detective. Took to the witness stand. Sorry, I paused for 3 seconds there just to say that. Oh, what a coincidence that she's there. You was pursuing the wing as best, a ring as best as you could as a lawyer. I don't know why I said wing. The fuck is wrong with me? Come to think of it, miss, you did say something to the same effect. I'd like to move around my bed because I like to get as comfortable as I can. Don't put words in my mouth. I said no such thing. Fuck. Why am I so tired? I'm recording this later in the day and not at 1 in the morning. Like, I recorded this gameplay, so I don't know why. I'm so fucking tired. Helping a criminal is just despicable. You're so naive, little girl. I always put so much emphasis when he calls them like kids or some shit like that. I don't know why. It's just funny to me. That's all. The law is merely a tool. There's no limit to it. Only the skill of the craftsman. You two are still too young, but one day you'll know what I mean. I guess, technically he's right? Edgeworth does find out what it means. And that's all. Alright, finally. Actually, not finally. We still have more to talk about. I met him when he was a rookie prosecutor. I've known him ever since. Okay, I've known her since the day she was born. Fair now, we've cracked quite a few cases together. Man. How old is Faraday? I forget. I can't really check my organizers because I'm recording this after the fact. One thing to say, get the fuck out of my face. I don't want to talk anymore. I talked for 10 minutes now and I'm tired. It's called the bond test for today's trial to prove that Real is not the real Yatagarasu. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. If I'm not, I am truly sorry. I turned the sound down here because I thought it was a little too loud. Sounds as small as a statement that meets the eye. Transformers. The old Transformers movies were my favorite as a kid, but obviously I was a kid. Objectively, they're garbage. There's like so much like human. It's like Godzilla and the Kong movies, you know? Like, you want to see Godzilla tear shit up and kill like millions of people, right? As twisted as that sounds. And you want to see fucking giant robots fight each other, but then you get this human style plot that no one gives a fuck about. And it's just like it's exploring love interest and shit like that. I'm like, you know, I just want to see robots beat each other up. I suppose they accomplished that somewhat. I haven't watched the new Godzilla and Kong movie, but I've heard like it gave what people wanted. A fight between a giant nuclear lizard and a giant monkey. Or ape, rather. Apes don't have tails, so that's why it's an ape. There you go. The more you know. Then I'll tell you the reason why we never caught the Yatagarasu. What was this an outburst for? You almost made me whip you by accident. Here, I need to whip someone. It still accidentally whipped me anyway. There are 3 main reasons why the Yatagarasu will always be one step ahead. First, the Yatagarasu always knows the exact location of the target object. This is like some sort of pep rally. I see, so those are the Yatagarasu special traits. Sounds like an incredibly elusive thief. The Yatagarasu has never been caught on tape. Never tries to draw out anyone's attention. I see. That's how I knew. That Real wasn't the real Yatagarasu right away. You can't use that sort of logic on his own to prove that he wasn't. Listen, little girl. I'm not done talking yet. What's different about this time was that evidence related to the smuggling was sent to the police. And the sender was none other than this one who infiltrated the Cadopian embassy, the Yatagarasu. The Yatagarasu sent the evidence. Until now, the Yatagarasu would always publicize any corrupt dealings through the mass media. but not this time. Alright, hi again. Sorry. I got interrupted
I wonder
again.
if you can hear that.
So now I'm recording in iMovie. And now I can't see the fucking text. So that's nice. That's how I should just what card was it? Yeah, take a look at this article. Whenever the Yatagarasu wants to publicize something. I can still see it, okay, I guess. So he's like Master Mask, but a vigilante. And less flashy. Because he just gets the job done. Master Mask does like a Fortnite dance before he leaves. Alright, finally we're done talking to them. That took like 16 minutes. We're on to the courtroom we go. I'll take the bad. What does the law mean to you? Finding the answer to that question is the only reason I'm still alive. After I find the answer, I'm just gonna take a nap. It's interesting to see the different mentality that the two Edgeworths have. His younger self and his older self. Oh great, he's depressed. Oh, it's you, Mr. Edge. For the first time today, I'll experience what it's like to stand at the witness stand. I have now a greater appreciation for just how hard it is to give testimony. Man, his son sounds like he's the type of sad that to drink a beer or smoke a cigarette. Holy shit. And Francisca can't even be nice even she wanted to. Even when she wants to. Oh boy. Your Honor, the evidence? I'm contemplating here. I'd like to collect the evidence now, sir. Your Honor. Do you think you can stay focused long enough to at least do your job? Why can't I see the text better now? I see it better even though the recording's like still on top of it. But I can still read some of it. Yeah, you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm trying something different this time. That's why. Hopefully it goes well. I can still hear like my previous audio just fine. Alright, let's just get this over with. Is the screen smaller? Excuse me. I was eating pretzel bites from Wetzel's Pretzels with cheese. I know, a disgusting creature I am. Yes, finally we can take a look at the evidence. I wanted to get a good look at all the evidence from the embassy murder too. And why is that? Because I still don't understand what today's trial about. I'm gonna slap you until you give me an answer. Blood's still on it. Yep. I don't know if I said this before, but the gun. I think this is the first time like the gun's like a regular gun. Maybe case 2 of the second game. Also, we have Faraday's wallet here. Let's take this money and give it to Detective Gumshoe later for all those troubles. Oh, frick yeah, man. Alright, let's check out the gun first. How ironic. Sometimes people use ironic and coincidentally wrong. Or rather, like, they use ironic when it's just a coincidence. This time it's actually ironic. He kills somebody, but then with that gun, and then he himself is dead by that same gun. Yeah, that is irony. Wow, I sound like such a nerd. Alright, let's take a look at this organizer. I was just making a joke about his wallet, by the way. Interesting. Simple game plan, but an X Factor stepped into the scene, and that X Factor is another murderer. And in some places, serial killer, because I believe like serial killing depends on the amount of people in a serial killing depends on like where you're at. Some it's 2, some it's like 3, I think. I don't know. I'm not a law student, so correct me if I'm wrong. Alright, got his organizer down. His picture stuck between pages here. Appears to be a key. Rather than a name, and at that, just look at the design on the handle. Craftsmanship is superb. Could this be the Yatagarasu key Mr. Faraday mentioned in his organizer? That the bed said something earlier. So at this point in time, you might or might not have pieced together something about that key, but we'll get to the when we get to it, which is pretty soon. Scratching my head, sorry. I don't know if you heard that, but whatever. More flashback, a flashback and a flashback. Holy crap. Alright, fine. This Fede must try to keep the secret key safe. What does it do again? Man, I really didn't pay attention. And I don't remember from like the first time I was playing. Oopsie doopsie. Mr. Faraday didn't mention anything about a knife in his organizer. That certainly is odd. The weapon that was used to kill the Gaddafian embassy staff member was the gun. But if that's the case, then where the fuck did this knife come from? It was brought into the courthouse. I'm pretty sure you can't bring a weapon in a courthouse. At least not without having it confiscated. And then having you arrested for bringing a weapon in. Yeah, come on, silly 13-year-old Francisca. You know what's funny? 13-year-old Francisca looks more mature than Maya does. Maya looks looks like a fucking kid. Rest in pieces. Look like she's 12. Alright, take another good look at the evidence. Miles Edgeworth, can I take the fact that you have yet to answer me to mean that you don't have an answer for me? Whoa, what a refined way to talk. Also, that's how like kids in elementary school would be talking, like... Oh, we don't get penalties here. Interesting. Alright, Yatagarasu. Take that. Like elementary kids, like, will say something and then you correct them. Or rather, you say that they're wrong, and then they're like, oh, well, do you know about it? Do you know the answer? And then you say no, and then now you're the idiot. They weren't in the first place. Yay. The very same unique design on their handles. Furthermore, even though Mr. Faraday mentions the Yatagarasu, the only object we found at the crime scene was the knife. So, yeah, you might have pieced this together earlier, but yeah, the knife and the key are the same thing. You know, I felt so smart doing this case for the first time because I pieced together, well, this, like, as soon as we found the key, I'm like, oh yeah, that looks exactly like the knife. Just, like, I don't know, it's like a secret compartment or some shit. And, bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, it is a secret compartment. I don't know why they have a knife. I feel like then you can stab someone with the key. You just... Like, yeah, it has like a cut-off edge, but I feel like you still stab someone with it. And, I also felt... Like, I felt smart for realizing that the key and the knife are the same, and also that that interaction that Kay had with Edgeworth in the beginning, like oh, this is gonna be something big. And then, she and Gumshoe shared the money together. Extra big brain, in this case, that I was. I don't know why I spoke like Yoda there. Then maybe Mr. Relu was the Yatagarasu. He was the one who killed Mr. Faraday. Isn't that one possible scenario? No, not really, especially since Mr. Faraday was absolutely convinced that Mr. Rel was not the Yatagarasu. Besides, as Detective Bad said earlier, you didn't know jack shit about that. The calling card. Alright, let's check out these documents here in the folder. I mean, yeah, you're like 13 and not part of this case technically, but ex-spoiled, I guess. You know, the guy reminds me of someone, but I can't quite put my finger on it. And even his mugshot looks dumb. Making fun of the dead. Woohoo! Mr. Rel was caught in this act on film by a security camera. He's even a bigger simpleton than I thought. I kind of paused there for a long time. Interesting. It's like it's like one of those. Fuck. It's like one of those hidden camera shows, but the camera's like right in front of you. Only Ace Attorney can find this, can make this like open and shut case into a complex case where 2 more people died, including the defendant and the prosecutor. Bada bing, bada boom. Where's that from? I just picked it up recently, but now it's part of my lexicon. Derelict in duties. I dare not lick my duties. Nice. Hey, slipped in a poop joke in there, Capcom. Congrats. Maybe the tape is still somewhere at the crime scene? There's something wrong here. Something about that missing piece of evidence. Alright, let's head over there. And there's not to be continued. Oh, hey, look, it's our favorite asshole. Lang. Agent Lang. Except he's not wearing he's wearing a goofy suit this time instead of his regular suit, or his regular outfit. I know, like I can't, when I'm recording audio, I can't hear the game sounds, but I know his theme is playing right. I'm pretty sure it's there to tell you, like, if you haven't realized already, that's Agent Lang. Who's that man? Who's that man just now? Fuck that guy, I hate him. Anyway, let's head on over to, I was gonna call him Gumshoe. Looking at him in my mirror. I know you're standing right behind me. What do you want? Kids. Close up those. I have eyes in the back of my head. See? And then I pop right behind and then they both faint. Time to keep an eye on who or what is behind him at all times. Is that taken from somewhere? Because I feel like I've seen that somewhere before. Just trying everything you can to revive the lost honor of his family. Or something like that. I don't know. I zoned out like halfway through. By visiting various police departments around the world, he has a lot of dedication. Just as a rookie cop, I sensed a strong grudge or himself from. I thought he was going to say potential. But I forgot he doesn't like kids. She has a lot of guts to come to this country and give prosecutors a hard time. Well, could y'all suck? I wish she'd read his mind and then give him a whipping or two. That'd be hilarious. I highly doubt that has nothing to do with me. Fine, if this is the game we must play, I'll take this opportunity. The drow has been hiding in what happened in this room, or whatever. I can read it just fine, I just skipped to it pretty fast. You're quite the busy man, Detective Bat. Oh yeah, I'm a fucking detective. Dumbass. That's what we detectives say. I see. In that case, you wouldn't mind if I ask you about what happened again, correct? Yes, I do. I do mind, because you are a fucking ass. Boy, I food romance from you one way or another. Edgeworth gets so mad every time he gets called kid or boy. It's very funny. Not helping up, don't you think? Please, we are asking for just a bit more of your cooperation. No, I don't feel like it. All right, time of the break. I doubt he's gonna answer, but let's see what let's see what happens. I refuse to answer because I don't feel like it, and also you suck, and also you kids, so I hate you automatically. Things you don't know about, but aren't you supposed to know everything? You should. Wait, is it possible? Maybe he doesn't know about the trick behind that piece of evidence. I should try showing it to him. It may prove to be the key to getting some answers for Detective Bad. Alright, if you don't know from the hints he gave you, come on now. Detective Bad. Did you know of the existence of the item in this photograph? Every time it makes me laugh. Of course I did. It's my job to know everything related to the Yatagarasu case. In that case, let me ask you something. Did you know that the knife could kill Mr. Faraday and the Yatagarasu key are one and the same? See, look, magic trick. It's actually a well-camouflaged knife. Mr. Faraday was planning to use his Yatagarasu key to prove that Mr. Rell was not the real Yatagarasu. Is that correct? I guess so. However, Mr. Faraday had no idea it was, in fact, a knife. Yeah, I have to admit, neither of us knew that fact. And if neither of us knew, then no one in law enforcement knew either. How do we miss something as big as this? So big that he exclaimed for like the second time ever. Actually, fourth time, because the whole spiel about the Yatagarasu. That was like 3. Who'd have thought that the key is what took Faraday's life? Not. Detective Bad. So, let me find the truth. Please testify for me once more. Alright. But it doesn't matter how many times I tell you about what happened. Nothing will change. Alright, great. Detective Bad. Asked that you please testify once more. I don't know why I stopped here. What happened in lobby number 2? That's still the same. And this is the last time I'm going to do this. That's fine, because I only need this one last time to clear everything up and find the truth behind this case. Oh, badass. Badassery, okay. You got a very nice stare, that Detective Bad. He'd win a staring contest. We're talking about some trivial things. I heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to reconvene. When I heard it, you and I immediately dashed into the hallway together. I saw Gumshoe goofing around there, and then we all ran to lobby number 2. It sounds like the exact same story you told us before. Indeed, however, I felt that we have yet to draw all the information that we can. Boom, 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 boom. Usually, I forget the Allegro 2009 and go straight to 2011 because I keep mixing the two up for some reason. And I hear 2011's a little more. Also, most of the second game soundtrack is a little better in my opinion. Excuse you, please amend your test statement just now. Sure. So nonchalant. Strange sound until get a good shot. The obvious thing is to present is the balloon. Objection. Detective Bat, does this balloon fragment remind you of anything? Reminds me to tell you to get the fuck out of my face. Oh, so you knew about that girl's balloon? Yeah, I was sitting with her up in the gallery during the recess. Just before we split up, I filled that balloon up for her. This piece did indeed come from Kay's balloon. So what about the balloon? I wonder if you might remember hearing this balloon pop at some point? What are you getting at? This fragment was found in the hallway. Interesting. I've never heard anyone say or call a balloon piece a fragment. But it is technically correct. It's just weird. Yes, which means there's Anna heard the balloon pop in the hallway. When you were in lobby number 1, Detective Bad, and if you were in lobby number 1 at the time, you're close enough that you should have heard the balloon pop as well. So? Don't give me a so. It just... sorry, a notification popped up, like, cut off, so I got cut off. Said you kids don't seem to know, let me fill you in on something. Do you ever start to think why the doors and walls of this place seem so rugged? That's because they were designed to keep secrets from being leaked. Dumbass. It's like a jail. Look, there's even bars here. Special. Can't do me. I wish these notifications would stop bothering me, but I suppose that is my fault, isn't it? Silly Detective Gumshoe. I mean, of course he wouldn't know, obviously. Now do you get it? Kids. Miles, I thought we were supposed to be the ones finding flaws in this logic, not the other way around. The other way around? And for some reason, I now have a revelation. I'm like shifting around and like scratching my ear. Sorry. Detective Bat. If that is the case, how exactly did you hear the gunshot? What do you mean? I don't know how. I just did. With my ears. Fucking idiot. Oh? How so? Well, if they're soundproof, obviously he can't hear a fucking gunshot. Then how did the sound of the gunshot enter your ears? I see what you mean. Guess I'm more out of it for Faraday's murder than I thought. What exactly, Miles? In the end, what does it all boil down to? I swear, and there are very people who actually call Edgeworth by his first name. One being Francisca and the other being Ernest Amana. Miles, my boy. Can it be? And Edgeworth suddenly has a revelation and gains like 3 logic pieces. Way too noisy. Yeah. See, they had you check the TV earlier just so Gumshoe can say that, and then for Edgeworth to remember that Gumshoe said that. All right, it's logic time. Lobby number 2 window. The scent of flowers is in there. That's your hint to combine that and the dissipating the smell, because you can still smell shit from the window. It's simply not possible for the killer to have escaped through barred windows. And yet, the fragrance of the perfume managed to escape. Of course, incorporeal things can move freely through these open barred windows. I used to pronounce corporeal as incorporeal. Show you the idiot that I am. But hey, at least I pronounce it right now. Open windows, very loud television. So not only smell can get out, but also sound. When you open the windows, at least. It's a sound. So no matter how careful the killer was, if the windows were open, the jig would be up. And since the window in both defendant alley number 1 and hallway were open, that explains how the sound of a gunshot could be heard in both locations. Alright, one more time. Yeah, they don't allow you to exit out of this one because it's you have to do all of them to move on. The missing piece of evidence is a video that shows the moment in which was killed the guy. It should have been returned to Mr. Faraday's evidence back for the recess and brought back here. If it disappeared after that time, then it's possible that the tape is still here in this room. Eureka! The evidence that the missing evidence created. Fuck. I skipped this text too fast. Alright, sorry, I was drawing a blank in my head for 5 minutes. I didn't come up with anything. It's not a waste of time to think, for I have figured out where we should look. I believe we should examine the television. TV? Well, you kids have fun. Fuck television. I hate that shit. Alright, begin the investigation. This will be a quick one. Alright, let's check the VCR. Ooh, a VCR. I bet you don't know what those are. I was born in between the time VCRs was still a thing, but like quickly became not a thing, and then DVDs came out. And then those were obsolete by online streaming. Those became obsolete by online streaming. Thanks, Netflix and Hulu. Should be about right. Now then, let's see. I forgot you had to like rewind it to actually like wait for it to rewind to just to see just to see it again. Here you can just with the press of a button, you can just go back to wherever you want. Technology, am I right? Think you can figure out the trick behind the double murder? You mean you figured it all out then? Yes, all I have to do now is show what the gunshot detectives Bad and Gumshoe heard was, and the where they heard it from. Fine, in that case, show me what you deduce. Angry that she couldn't figure it out first. So we gonna try to deduce something, and by try I mean correctly deduce something. They heard it from the window, obviously, and they heard it from the new evidence we picked up, the surveillance video. The killer could have fired the gun, and no one would be the wiser. However, what happened in reality was, Detective Gumshoe, Detective Bad, and Miss Yu, all three of them heard the gunshot. All the windows in lobby number 1, 2, and the hallway were open, so naturally the people in those locations could hear it. But then why would the criminal open the window in the first place? To allow the gunshot to be heard, I suppose. Correct. That's the only logical conclusion we can draw from this. But why was that necessary in the first place? I want a real answer, Miles. I demand satisfaction. Very well, I believe that the killer wanted to manipulate a perception of a certain fact. Obviously, when the crime took place. The murder weapon? The fuck? It's a gunshot. And he has a gunshot wound. What was the other option? I forget. I mean, the gunshot I heard was from this video? Yes, which means that the murders really occurred at an earlier time than we thought. Must have been during the recess, but before Detective Gumshoe was on guard duty. Someone has no alibi for the time period. I think you can guess who. If not, the game will give you a hint right about now. Yeah, when this bailiff comes in. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, what is it? She was asking for you. She's in the courtroom. She says that she's identified the murder, but she wants to clarify something. Looks like Miss Yu is still investigating something. Understood. Please tell her that I'll be right over. I'll come along. I wanted to hear what she has to say. It would appear that the time has come to uncover the truth. To be continued. Hey, finally done. Alright, next time we end this. Thanks for watching. See you guys later.